Hello and welcome back to my channel, the place where I'm talking to you about how you can create successful businesses and be happy doing it. And today's video, I'm talking to you all about your growth mindset. And this is a huge buzzword at the moment. Let me know if you've actually heard about this phrase, growth mindset, before. But I actually just want to break down 8 key things that I believe is a growth mindset and how you can actually start implementing this growth mindset in your everyday life so that it doesn't just feel like this theory that we can't attach to. So I'm just going to go through step by step. These are some of the things, traits, characteristics, ways of living that you should adopt and have to enhance your growth mindset in your life practically from right now. So I would love to hear from you at the end of this video. Any questions, anything you believe has helped your growth mindset and what your growth mindset means to you. And just to start a conversation really. So I'm looking forward to hearing from you in the comments below, and I absolutely can't wait to keep this conversation going. And number 1, you need to be willing to hear new ideas, but also try them. So a big thing with a growth mindset is that you are willing to see outside of where you are to what you can do to expand. And sometimes that will mean that you might be given a new idea or a new suggestion, and instead of thinking to yourself, I'm going to stick to exactly what I've always been doing, all you need to start doing is consider trying these new ideas. So be open-minded to new ideas, but also be willing to try the new ideas as they come to you, and not be so protective of the ideas that you've had so far, because they might have been great, but this new idea that's been given to you, or that you learn, or that you hear about, might be even better. Something else someone with a growth mindset would adopt is never stop being the learner. They'd never stop being the learner. I don't know why I've just repeated that. They'd never stop being the learner, the person that always wants to learn more and doesn't just see themselves as the master. And I did an Instagram quote about this a few weeks ago saying, you can be a masterpiece and a work in progress at the same time. And if you've seen that post, you would already be familiar with that. And it's true. You can be a masterpiece and know your trade, know your passion, know your business, your brand, your messaging, your clients, but you will always be a work in progress. And the growth mindset really enhances that and actually just embraces it and says, do you know what? Yeah, that's so true. Even though I am the master of what I'm doing, I always still want to be a work in progress. I always still want to learn more. So always be willing to be the learner. The next key thing around a growth mindset is knowing that what once worked might not work again. So not becoming stagnant in one idea or one method or one strategy. And if it created success before, amazing. But be open-minded to know that that strategy might not work again. It might not be the strategy that you use the second time round. So when you go to relaunch something or you try and repurpose and repackage something, you might need to tweak and change certain things. To remember that things always grow. People always grow, the industry grows, you grow, your business grows. So don't think that just because you've created success one way once, that you have to do it that way again. You can always tweak, change, and adapt things to allow your business, your ideas, and what you're doing to grow as well. This is one of my favorites. You always need to have a passion to evolve. So a growth mindset isn't just allowing yourself to grow, it's having a real passion for growth and thinking, I really do want to continue learning. I want to continue finding out more about myself, about my own self-development, but also around everyone else and the way they live and the way that I can help them. It's really important to think about that. Is your passion in learning? Is your passion in evolving? Do you want to keep growing? And the answer won't always be yes. Sometimes you might be happy where you are and you might have other things happening like holidays or commitments outside of your business that means that you can't always be growing at your very top speed, and you might have periods of calm and not evolving. But it's the passion to want to, and the passion to say, even though not right now, that's what I'm going to focus on when I am back on my A game. I can give it 100% focus. So the passion to evolve is really important with a growth mindset. This actually links to what I've said to you before about always being the learner. Try to always seek out the unknown. It's just another way of saying it to you and another way of feeding you that information. If you have a growth mindset, It's always wanting to find out the unknown. So it's not just hearing other ideas and thinking that's a really good one, be open-minded and take that on board. It's also about finding out things that no one knows yet, or seeking out information that you haven't been given yet, and finding out things that you don't know yet and haven't been given to you. How can you find out the unknown? That might be through books, podcasts, YouTube videos, other coaches, masterminds, events. But can you actually start taking an active role in finding out the unknown as well as the known? So being the learner doesn't always mean just learning from what you see and hear everywhere, but seeking out what you really want. The next tip, and something that I think has taken me a while to do when I think about growth mindset, because that hasn't always been the way that I've lived, come from a place of curiosity, not judgment. How can you be curious about something rather than judging something? It's as simple as that. Allow your mind to become curious rather than have an instant element of judgment. And the last two, be willing to take risks, is number 7. Because when you think about number 8, life is always on a cycle. Flowers don't stay blossomed the whole year round. Trees don't stay green the whole year round. We don't stay a baby for our whole life. Everything grows, literally. So allow that growth, literal growth around you, that abundance around you, to also fuel your mindset and allow you to take risks. And remember that everything's on a cycle. If you take a risk and it doesn't pay off as well as it should have, you have still grown. That's the principle behind this. It's not seeing things as failure, it's seeing things as lessons and growing. So think about when you're creating something, don't always just do what you think you should be doing or the safe option or something you know works. Think about the things I've shared with you. Can you seek out the unknown? Can you take risks? Can you try and do something differently? Can you remember that this is a cycle and you always want to continue evolving and you've got that passion to do so? So literally life is a cycle and it grows and changes, and we need to try and mirror that in our life, our business and our mindset. So these are just some things that I've learned around growth mindset and that work for me, and I really hope they give you some food for thought. But I'd love to hear which of these is your favorite. Which of these are you going to try and really implement and adopt moving forward? And I can't wait to see you on the next video. Have a fabulous day.